Johnny, you must be raring to go first start of the season.
Looking forward to it. It's been a it's been a good pre-season. Frustrating, obviously, picking up the knock at a bad time, but looking forward to it now.
In terms of the squad and the dynamic now, I mean, losing some of the players that have gone out there who've been with you for the summer, I'm sure it's never easy when you're saying goodbye to those kind of people. The likes of Devin Toner in particular, I'm sure it's tough on you guys too.
Yeah, I played with Dave all the way through, and so you're obviously looking out for yourself first of all in selection, and then you're thinking about those closest to you, and feel for Dave as I do for guys like Kieran Marmion, who's put in an unbelievable amount of work. The list goes on. Geordie, Will Addison, guys that came so close, that are still in with us really, and it shows the mark of those guys that they're willing to come in after such disappointment and train as they have over the last couple of days. So they know that they could be needed. There's a game to play still. Guys can pick up knocks, guys can pull out, so those guys need to be ready as well.
Apparently he's made a good impression, John Fine, in the camp. Johnny, has he, since he's come in? John Fine, apparently has he made a good impression among the players since he came in?
Yeah, he's working hard, the same as all of us, and he's obviously it's a hard environment to come into because there's a lot of detail, like it is at I presume in any international camp, but it's particularly hard here with the level of detail that the coaches go into, and often it takes guys a couple of games to really find their feet and get used to the system. So I'm sure he'll get better from here on in.
Johnny, you obviously mentioned the frustration of having to sit out for the last couple of weeks, but what's your summation been of Ireland's performances so far, particularly the game against England?
Particularly the game against England. It's very hard to comment on games when you're not involved. In my position, the guys obviously started well against England. 30 minutes gone, we're 10-8 up, I think, and then things just unravelled from there. A couple of soft tries, a couple of good play by England, and then suddenly we're chasing your tail, and you've got a level of exhaustion after a tough week in Portugal, and you've playing in 33 degrees, whatever it was over there. Bundee can tell you more, but it's tough on the guys. But that's exactly why we have that game. It's probably the end of England's preparation, but the start of ours, and for some guys, and it's just important that we keep building now and not listen to too much other than what's been said in the environment, and keep building, and hopefully we see another step forward this week like we did last week, and then keep building for that Scotland game.
Your third World Cup, Johnny, is the strongest of the three squads you've had?
It's hard to compare. It's very hard to compare. The game is so different. Even you look at those 2011 games, it's like a different game almost, and that's in a short period of time. The game just moves on so quick. So it is very hard to compare squads. But there's good strength and depth there now. That's what we've built over the last couple of years through guys getting injured, guys, Joe giving guys lots of chances through the last couple of Six Nations, and so we'll see. We'll be the strongest squad put together if we get past the quarter-final.
Bundee, what was it like after the win in Cardiff, those hours afterwards and waiting, I suppose, not to get any call or any message from Joe? What were those hours like until you got the confirmation that you were in the squad?
I wouldn't lie, it was stressful. I think it goes to see everyone. I think like Johnny said, everyone put in a lot of hard work, and it is a dream to try and make a squad like that, and look, it happens, and I was just happy to be on the right end of it and be able to get that phone call, not the phone call, the email from Joe. So yeah.
You must be really excited about the first World Cup.
Yep, looking forward to it. I don't know what to expect, but I'm actually looking forward to it. Train really well with the boys, and hopefully we prepare well and put our best foot forward. So yeah.
What's your earliest World Cup memories? How far back do you go, or do you remember looking at it as a kid? Which tournament is your first clear in your memory?
Yep, I've watched a few World Cups. I've obviously watched the 2011 one, the one before that as well.
Is there any match or something that sticks out from your childhood? Maybe you grabbed the ball and ran outside after watching anything?
No, I think it was just the whole build-up to the World Cup. I used to watch it with my family on the TV and just watching, big games or whatever game that was on, and you know, just the whole build up to it. I think that was the exciting part, and you know, just having all the family around watching games on the telly. So I think that's the best thing about it, and to be a part of a team to going into the World Cup is going to be something different. So yeah.
Which is your first memory, Johnny? World Cup?
I remember watching New Zealand against Ireland. Can't even remember what year it was. 95. Was it? Yeah. That was the one. That was probably my first World Cup. Yeah. Yeah, remember that. Didn't understand it at the time.
Is that a week that you put your hand up? Be pretty special. You've spoken about your roots, your heritage before, and your parents. Would that be an amazing thing to be part of if you got the chance?
Yeah, when it happens, when the time comes, then I'll think about it then. But I think I just need to prepare for this week and train this week, and you know, help whoever gets picked on this week to prepare well and go from there. Really, can't really look forward. We obviously know the effect that has when you do, and yeah, just got to make sure I prepare well this week.
So Wales focus the mind. So Wales will focus the mind.
Yep.
Bundee, did you go into last week's match as looking at it as a trial match, a sort of win or bust that you had to pick up a level just to catch the eye, or how did you view it?
I just viewed it. I just knew. I think everyone individually knew how better they can be after watching the England game, and obviously we all know how disappointed we were, or you guys were, and more so how we were disappointed in ourselves because we didn't put our best foot forward. And I think, and myself, I just knew what I could do, and I just needed to make sure I play to what I know best, play best, and making sure I can help well with the players around me, and wasn't really thinking about anything else but making sure I put my best foot forward.
So was there a little bit of pride damaged against England? Was there?
Yep, there was.
Obviously, you wanted to regain that.
Yep, there was. Obviously, I think Pete alluded it throughout the week, make sure we put the pride back into the jersey, and which is a fair point. You know, there are guys who wore their jersey way before us, and we had to make sure we put that respect back into it and show a bit of pride, like you said. And yeah, I think that was probably the most thing, and show within ourselves that we can perform when we want to perform, and making sure we perform it every week. So yeah.
Johnny, we've been reeling in the years with Joe a bit there. Last game, Viva, you've been there. You've went through all the kind of big days that he's had. You've been there for pretty much every one of them. Is it going to be something you'll touch on? Is it just something you'll know inside that you want to send him off, everything that he's given before he plays his final game? And I know you've been asked a million times to sum up what he's given to the country and the team, but
Yeah.
it's been a significant moment for him.
Yeah, it will be for him and Rory. And again, Rory is someone that has been there with Joe as well through all those games probably. I think, look, we need to narrow the focus down to, you know, the Wales game, and in terms of what we have to do preparation-wise to build into for Scotland. But in the back of our minds, yeah, you know, when you talk about people that have had impact on Irish rugby, you know, I'm not sure any coaches would go on the list. It would all be players, and Rory would probably jump onto that player list for his captaincy and for his playing over 100 and whatever, 20, 30 caps, whatever he's got now, and losing track. But Joe, impact-wise with Leinster to start off, and then with Ireland, has been phenomenal. You know, records speak for themselves, and to do what he did with Leinster in terms of, we got 6 finals in 3 years, so final we won 4 of them, and then to go on and 3 championships with Ireland, but then also the special games where we've done things for the first time. All the firsts were probably the most special. So we'll miss him in terms of you know, what he brings, what he has brought. But we got to have that in the back of our mind. But again, we need to go back to, he'll drive it. He won't be saying anything about himself, but we will. We got to go back to driving the performance and build that momentum that we crave and we need to have for Scotland.
Johnny, I know it was spoken about after the England game how much the Portugal warm weather training camp might have had an impact on the performance that day, and just kind of whatever test you get off the opposition teams in Japan, you're going to be hugely tested by conditions as well. And do you feel that, you know, compared to previous World Cups, that you're physically more prepared than you've ever been? Do you feel like at the top of your, like, physically peaking, and is it one of those things you mightn't really know until, say, the last 10 minutes against Scotland, or even, you know, hopefully South Africa in the quarter-final, something like that?
Yeah, you never know until, you know, you'll judge everything by the outcome. in terms of at the end of the World Cup we'll say, oh, I don't know if we were match fit, or we'll say, oh, we were really match fit, that's why we did what we did. So it's all going to be judged in a few months' time. But what we've done so far is we've trusted the process, because we've got one of the best guys in the world, and Jason Cowman, and he puts the plan together, and the plan is for us to peak over the next few weeks and peak for that Scotland game. And yeah, within that there's obviously really tough weeks like the England week, which is also designed in there. And you know, maybe Wales had that last week after coming back from, I think they were in Turkey, so you know, they'll probably be a bit better this week for that. So everyone's at different stages of the warm-ups or preparation, the warm-ups, and then it all comes to fruition in the World Cup time. So we trust in the process, and we just have to, it's easy for us, we just put our head down and work as hard as we can, and get told when to stop.
And then just on the mental side of it as well, because Joe obviously did the famous line after the England game during the Six Nations was that he felt that the players were a bit broken after that game. But how important is it to kind of box that off the game, the last game in Twickenham as well, and you know, kind of remember that you are a great team, you've got great players there that can produce good performance when needed.
Yeah, like we'll use that England game, I'm sure, for a long time to refer back to, and what shows when you don't prepare as well as you can, and when you don't turn up on the day as well as you can, what can happen. But also we always refer to all the good times over the last few years that sometimes gets forgotten with a defeat like that. But we take great confidence from, you know, what we have achieved, and we often refer back to that. So it's trying to balance things out, really.
Joe, or Johnny, I know things are hectic around here. Did you get a chance to see the match on Sunday? Were you up there, or did you camp watch together?
I watched it on TV, yeah. Not in camp, at home.
Had any torn allegiances?
It was neutral, wasn't it? Neutral. Yeah, right down the middle. I couldn't lose that day.
Okay.
It was unbelievable. Yeah, it's a class game. It's just the spectacle that it was, the level of competition in football. Like, it was, I loved watching it. Didn't want it to end, and just wished it got an extra time.
Okay, thanks everyone.